Hi, it's Dallas McMillan here. Today I want to talk to you about validating your business model. So, in the 5 projects, we build out 5 fundamental marketing projects that you need to take your online coaching, consulting, or professional services business to 6 or 7 figures. But before we do that, it's critical that we first validate our idea, that we make sure that we know who we're going to sell something to, what we're going to sell them, and that we're going to be able to deliver that profitably and easily and grow a worthwhile business. If we can't achieve it, there's no point going and building websites and sales funnels and all that online marketing work if you can't actually make a sale at the end of it. So you want to validate the the business model before you go and build the marketing for it. Now, there's 3 steps to validating a business model and launching a product to market. The first thing is to validate your market. That is there a market to sell this to? There's no point building or there's no point trying to sell something to a market that doesn't exist, and there's no point trying to build a product for a market that doesn't exist or a market that doesn't want to buy with what you're trying to sell them. So next you need to validate your message. You need to have a message that people are responding to and they're saying, yes, I want that thing. Tell me more. If they aren't responding to that, then you'll never get to the next step, which is the product. Once people are saying, yes, I want it, I'm willing to buy, then you need to have a product that you can deliver that gets the results that will build a sustainable business and make your clients happy. So we need to validate all of these before we go and build out the 5 projects. Otherwise, it could be in vain or taking us in the wrong direction. And so the cost of not doing this is that you actually go down the wrong path and you spend, a year or 2 years or more barking up the wrong tree, trying to do something that people don't want. And the cost to that can be literally millions of dollars. That's the difference between coming up with an awesome idea that the market loves and can't get enough of, and you have to quickly bring on more team in order to build a valuable business, versus one where you're trying to sell something that no one is interested in, or they don't want, or don't need, or that doesn't work. So let's have a look specifically at how we do this when we're building a high value professional services business. So first of all, we need high value buyers or high value clients, people who are prepared to pay us. My general benchmark is that you want $5,000 upward for any sort of one-on-one consulting or coaching services where you're delivering specialist expert outcomes that no one else can provide. And you should be doing that. If you're not doing that, you're in a commodity race and it's a race to the bottom. So make sure you've got something that's unique and valuable, and that that you can find people who are willing to buy it. Then when we find those people, we're going to present them with a high value offer. We're going to say, hey, I can help you solve that problem you've got, or I can help you get that outcome that you want. And here's my offer for you. I will do this for you. I will get you from A to B, and I will charge you this much. That's the offer. The offer is the deal, and it's the result that they're going to get by working with you. And then if they say, yes, I'm interested, then you've got to actually deliver the product and deliver the outcome. So the product is the way you've packaged your services or other resources in a way that will deliver the result that you promise in the offer. So the buyer is the person with the problem that needs solving. The offer is the promise of solving that problem in exchange for a fee. So that's the deal. And the product is the mechanism for delivering the result. So let's take a bit of a closer look at how we validate these. So the first thing is we need to find high value clients. And I said earlier that this step is market validation. And it's important to remember that a market is where buyers and sellers come together. That is to say, you need to be able to access these buyers in a group. Unless you've got buyers and sellers in a group, you don't really have a market. Okay, so your high value client needs to be a type of person that you can predictably find. For example, that could be something like engineering firms with 10 employees or more and a revenue of $2 million a year or more. That might be your market. And you can know that type of client, but unless you can find a way to access them in a group, such as a trade convention, or perhaps they're all in a LinkedIn group or a Facebook group, or you can target them with an advertising channel, then you don't really have a market that you can build a business on. If you're only finding these clients accidentally, you can't grow a business. So just be really clear, you need a predictable way to find these people. And then secondly, you need to test your offer. So you need to present to them as a group or present to them one-on-one and say, I've got this thing, I can help you solve this problem or to get this result. Would you be interested in learning more? So this might be running an ad, it might be posting a message in a LinkedIn or Facebook group, it might be sending emails to a list of people you've already done business with who are in this market, or I might be putting up a stand at a trade show. But it's some way of testing your offer and saying, are you interested in this thing? If you are, come and talk to me. And then when you talk to me, say, well, this is the offer. Here's the product. Here's what it's going to do for you. Here's what it's going to cost you. If you're interested in moving ahead, we can. So the offer is offering them to get the result and to use your product for a fee. And then finally, your product needs to deliver that result, and we need to test out this product. So with coaching and consulting, your product is your expertise, it's your services, and you should start with an offer that you know will work, that you've done before. It should be, we generally look for something that you've done for 3 clients before and got great results. So you've got some case studies and you're starting to develop a process for it that you're going to more quickly be able to turn into a product. And it needs to be something that's highly valuable. In terms of figures, if you want to sell something for $5,000, you basically need to be solving a $50,000 problem. That's something that people will be happy to pay. So if you're able to reduce waste or to help people overcome a personal problem that's going to be very expensive, or whatever the result is, then it needs to the results they need to get from it need to dramatically outweigh what they're going to spend with you, and it needs to work reliably. And again, we need to test before we build anything. So generally, as a coach or consultant, you can do this by doing a one-on-one program or running a small beta group and doing a test run with a small group coaching program. Sometimes doing something like a challenge where people come in for a week and try a mini version of what you're trying to sell, and then you can expand from there. They're all great ways to validate the core idea without doing the full-blown version. And we want to have sort of proven that these high-value clients are prepared to take up our high-value offer, and that our high-value product can deliver the result that will make them happy to have done so. Once we've done that, we can start building the 5 projects, which then let us market our product at scale. So we validate, we make sure it works, and then we build out the 5 projects so that we can scale this idea up and deliver to many people. Okay, so the important thing is to plan what you're going to do before you actually build all the marketing, because it can take you months or years to get all this marketing running perfectly. And if the market, the offer or the product are wrong, then it's going to cost you money, but more than anything, it's the opportunity cost. Let's take a closer look. So step 1, find high value clients. So it's a group of people with a specific problem. Step 2, test your offer. So the offer is that you'll solve the problem and give them a specific outcome. And you need to be having conversations with these people and saying, hey, have you got this problem? Is that a big problem? Is that something you'd like to fix now? Is that something you're willing to invest in? Look, here's what I can do for you. Here's my offer. I've got a system, I've got a process, I've got a product that will fix that problem. It's going to take this long, it's going to cost you this much. If you're ready to move ahead, this is how it will work. And then thirdly, you need to test the product. So at first, your product is probably going to look like just a normal service delivery, but over time, you want to be refining that product to standardize it into a productized service or an online product or an information product, something that you can deliver in a much more leveraged way than your normal services. This can help you improve the reliability, the speed, the certainty, the efficiency, and the user experience so that the product is superior to the service. And that way, even though it costs you less to deliver, you can actually charge more for it because the experience and the result that you're delivering is equivalent and hopefully superior. Okay, and then once you've validated, once you've got those right, then you can build out the 5 projects. And of course, we'll need some of these in place to do that testing. So, and you've probably already got them. You've probably already got some sort of website. You've probably got some existing customers you can talk to and markets that you can access, whether it's on social media or going to a trade show. Basically, the trick to this is actually getting in front of live customers with heartbeats and credit cards and making that offer before you build the thing. And if you can't do that, and if you're too scared to do that, then you're crazy to build the 5 projects. And that's, when I coach clients, when you do my programs, that's part of what we do is that we validate before we build. Or we build the minimum viable version of it. We have the basic website, our best guess at what we think they need. We have a system for getting conversations with clients. We set up our LinkedIn profile. We use LinkedIn a lot for this, so that we look right on the page when they check us out. And then, we have a sales presentation, which is a sales conversation at first. And then we have the product, and we have the product documented to some degree, and that's just representing what you're planning to do, what you've done before in your business, but you're over time you're increasingly standardizing it and streamlining it to make it more productized and less like a bespoke boutique service. Okay, so I hope that helps you get clear about what you need to do before you start building out your 5 projects. Now, if this interests you and you haven't yet got the 5 projects guide, then go to highvaluesales.com/5 projects and you can download the workbook where I take you through the 5 projects. And also there is a free online workshop which shows you how to implement the 5 projects in your business. I hope this has given you some clarity about what you need to get in place before you build the 5 projects. And as I said, if you would like help implementing the 5 projects in your business and getting this guidance before you start building your marketing for 2017, I'd like to invite you to have a chat with me about how to implement this type of marketing in your business, how to make it happen quickly, how to make sure you've got your message, your market, and your product right before you go and spend ages marketing. And remember, the big expense here, the big risk, the big cost is that you spend 6 or 12 months of your life pursuing a dead end rather than pursuing the right thing, which could bring you in hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in revenue. So that opportunity cost of making a bad decision is critical. So investing this time up front, getting really clear about your market, your message, and the product before you start building a website, before you try to learn how to use marketing technology, before you build a sales funnel. It's just critical, and it's a mistake that almost every aspiring entrepreneur makes is to try to build the thing before they know someone will buy it. So if you want help, if you want to be certain that you're going down the right path and save yourself months or years of your life and tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in wasted money and missed income, then book a call with me, highvaluesales.com/apply. And remember, if you haven't already downloaded the 5 projects workbook and attended the webinar, then you should do that first. highvaluesales.com/5 projects. If you haven't seen it already, you're going to really love it. It will change how you think about marketing, and it really is a must watch if you're planning to build a successful coaching or consulting business in 2017. Thanks, I'm Dallas McMillan from Influential. Great talking to you, and I'll see you on the webinar or on a strategy call.